Welcome back to Snoots TV. I am your host, Snoots, and today we are back with Empires of the Undergrowth. This will be episode 3. In the last video, we completed mission 2, which is subjugation. And this episode, we're going to go back over the original first 2 missions. But this time, there's a bit of a twist. We are going to go over the challenge modes. So let's go ahead and get started with that. We're also going to make sure that we do a couple of upgrades here around the nest. This is all to make sure that we get everything set up for the next section, which will be our Formicarium challenge. Now, technically we can go ahead and do this, but I did get a request from a very young subscriber that we should go ahead and get our wood ants as soon as possible. I'm still trying to get some more suggestions for what we're going to be naming our wood ant colony, but so far I've been hearing some really good ones, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else gets suggested. So with that all being said, let's go ahead and do Mission 1.1, New Home again, but this time we're going to do it on challenge mode. So it's going to be a lot harder this go around. So let's get started. Okay, so we got
this Formica
enemies
queen
all
has
around.
set up home beneath a rotting log. She is fat and vulnerable. Her first brood will need to move quickly if the colony is to survive. Their priority now is to find food, and there is plenty around. But there are other hungry creatures down here. The workers will need to be vigilant.
And remember, the night is dark and full of terrors. All right. One very important thing that we're going to have to get started with right away is instead, like the last episode, we started
Unfortunately,
with
the Queen chose her colony's home poorly. This earth is infested with Grillotalpa, the European mole cricket. Growing up to 45 millimeters in length and with powerful forelegs, these beasts are masters of tunneling. The crickets have had their fill of roots for the day, and are now on the hunt for protein-rich invertebrates. This queen and her brood are in imminent danger of being devoured.
So, as I was saying, unlike the last time we did this mission, we're going to have invaders coming into the nest at a near frequent basis. So we're not going to be focusing nearly as much on our our worker ants, as we're going to need every soldier ant that we can get available to us. So we're going to be focusing pretty hardcore on getting them up and running. And we also are going to have to make sure that we create our second group much quicker so we have a defense force. Alright, that's all 4 of our soldier ants.
The ants have
these
encountered
guys.
a pocket of woodworm. These defenseless weevil larvae will make an excellent meal for the colony. They will be butchered and carried off for processing.
Alright, and remember what
If the ants had disturbed the adult of these larvae, the outcome for the colony may not have been so fortunate. They must expand with caution.
If you remember back in the first episode, I mentioned one of the more difficult parts of this game is if you're not careful with how much food you have, the game can get really difficult really quickly because you can
Ocypus olens, the devil's coach horse.
keep getting cut off
ready
by
for combat, with powerful slicing mandibles for chopping up their prey. They are still small, however, and must undergo a final pupation before their armor is fully developed. If the ants are fast, they should be able to overwhelm these critters.
Alright. So So we're going to have to be fast, unfortunately, because soon we're going to have a cricket trying to sneak down into this nest. I have played this mission before, and this is the best way I've found to go ahead and take care of it, because, like I said, this game gets rough if you're not careful with your food management up here. One thing that you want to constantly be keeping out an eye for is how many soldier ants that you have, and make sure that you have enough food to sustain them. And here we go. We have a cricket coming down, and we have enough food to hatch.
A mole cricket is burrowing into the nest. The ants must mount a defense
almost
quickly,
all of our
or their
soldiers
brood
if they
will be
die.
forfeit.
Oh, that's a big guy.
The ants must fight.
Come on, my snooty boys. You got this. There we go. Now, unfortunately, they only give about 30 food, so you kinda can replace what you lose, but I really do wish you got more food from them. Okay, let's see. It's the next best place to go. We need to get over here because that's going to be our best option for food, but we need to get there, eventually there and there. Let's go this way and open this up a bit. Remember, ants like to attack in swarms, so it's best if we get a wide open area so we can use our numbers to our advantage. There we go. And that's going to let us afford some new soldier ants. Good job. So we're going to come down here. Now, I am trying to get through this mission very quickly, because I'd like to get both of these missions done today since we've already seen them. This is just the extra challenge to it. Come on. All the soldiers keep dying, all my workers keep dying, and they're draining out all the food. It's not
the colony
bueno.
is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
There we go. Alright, so next we're going to open up over here. I'm trying to keep everyone central on the queen. I want them to kind of come to us, not the other way around.
There are intruders in the nest.
That's close enough. There we go, snooty boys. Get them. And this is going to be a lot of food that we're getting here. There we go. Now we're going to be able to afford to upgrade some more. We got...
Mole crickets are burrowing into the nest. The ants must defend in multiple locations at once. The battle has begun.
right, there we go. Got him. All right, now with everyone getting hatched back up, we're going to start going up this way, get to these little creepy crawlies through here, which is really going to help us expand. So let's go ahead and send a worker up to open that up. We are running very low on food. So this is another point where it's just good to let them come to us. And when the time's right, send in the cavalry. There we go. Get that as well. Look at all that glorious food. Alright, one additional thing, because this level is difficult, I want to have a few extra workers to help the queen.
These wood lice will make a significant addition to the colony's larders, but they are clinging tightly to the ground. It's going to take some effort to dislodge them.
There we go. Now, these wood lice are really going to go ahead and get us ready for the next stage. This next stage is we're going to go ahead and create our own little defense force. Now remember, each one of these soldier black ants takes 5 food to hatch from their eggs, so you got to be careful when you're placing them down. But we're going to have them set up so that they are set to just hang out here around the queen, protect her. That way, if we are off doing something else, we don't have to worry about the queen getting munched on by some crickets. Let's open up here. Get these guys. Yep.
A mole cricket is burrowing into the nest. There's a mole cricket
coming in.
The ants must mount a defense quickly, or their brood will be forfeit.
While we're trying to get other food from elsewhere. So having this little secondary unit here, send all those black ants up to defend the queen. Or it's supposed to. There they go. So they're working on defending, while this group up here is working on gathering. And it just works out.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support
we'll just make
numbers.
this a bit, our little defense force here a bit bigger. We need to make our little attacking force bigger too, but really, in a game like this, being a bit more defensive than offensive is going to be a good thing. There we go. Let's open this up here.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
And just like last time, we're going to open up this little gate area here so that we have plenty of room with anything that comes through it so we can defend. Because these sections up here are about to get a whole lot harder. Like, a lot harder. Let's see. Let's start off working this way, up into there.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Oh yeah, because there's a full-grown adult right there, and that's not
The
fun.
ants have stumbled into the path of a fully developed devil's coach horse beetle, and it's hungry for breakfast. The beetle is almost 4 times the size of a black ant, and protected by thick plates of external armor.
This is
Whilst
why
it bites
it's
at the
good
tiny
to
defenders,
have
it sprays foul-smelling secretions from the end
a
of its
decent
raised abdomen,
stockpile of
disorientating
food.
the ants.
Because all these guys are going to be hatching. That means all
The
the
colony
worker
is
ants
starving. There is not enough food
are going to be
feed
focusing
them.
on laying out more. Oh, can we do this? I'm getting a little worried. Can the Snooty Boys get this? Because that guy is still at half health. And we got crickets coming in. Yeah, there you go, Snooty Boys. Now we just got to
Mole
worry about the
are burrowing
crickets coming
into
in.
the nest. The ants must defend in multiple locations at once. The devil's coach horse is dead. Its corpse will provide food to support dozens of new brood.
Ooh, that was a nerve-wracking fight there, though. I don't know about you guys, but I was nervous there. Just a bit, just a bit. I have faith in the Snooty Boys, but that was a fight. That was definitely a good fight. But there's a ton of food up here, so we're gonna go ahead and go pick it all up. Oh man. Much lower on food than I want to be.
The workers have done all they
Upgrade our
can to improve
larders
these food
there.
stores.
There we go. Now we got a good size amount of food. We can afford some more defenders. Yeah, this playthrough is looking pretty good right now. So we're gonna open up over here because that's gonna be a decent chunk of food for us too.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must
Alright,
be
no
protected.
adult stagecoach beetles, so thankful for that. Let's see which way they come down though. Okay, they're gonna split it right in half. You got this, Snooty Boys. See, everything's going according to plan. I'm just trying to make sure that we have enough defenders. There we go.
A mole cricket is burrowing into the nest. The ants must mount a defense quickly, or their brood will be forfeit.
So at this point, the crickets are not going to be nearly as much of an issue because we have 22 ants guarding the queen. So realistically, it's more of a distraction, and you're not going to really need more than 30 ants to go and attack something. So this mission is almost done. thankfully. So what we are going to go ahead and do is make sure there's enough workers to go around.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
Workers are very important to the ecosystem of your colony. They're the ones who goes and fixes things and gets them all set up. So, yeah, kind of need them. Also, they're pretty good for kind of getting in the way whenever your main force is fighting. It just adds a little something for you. I mean, if a couple of workers get a few pot shots in, that's always going to be a good thing.
There are intruders in the
another
nest.
adult. But I'm confident that the Snooty Boys have this. Charge in, boys, you got this. Look at them go. There's almost 30 of them. Oh man, he's going down fast now. There we go. Let's add a few more. There we go. And open up there. We should be having another cricket coming down soon. So,
there are intruders in the nest.
This mission is definitely one of the harder missions, but it's not impossible to do. You gotta know how to set it up step by step. You gotta work in stages.
Mole crickets are burrowing into the nest. The ants must defend
And you
multiple locations.
you gotta
at
know
once.
how to deal with all these mole crickets.
The queen is in imminent danger.
You know, it really doesn't look like the queen's in imminent danger, though. I mean, look at that. Just crickets and a whole bunch of other little guys getting eaten. Alright. So the parts I've shown you so far, yeah, this has been the easy portion of the map. It's about to get really, really hard. Because there is a very nasty surprise waiting in here. Nasty enough to where we would want to make sure that we have more guys.
There are intruders in the nest.
Let them come on down and get swamped up by the little murder ball of ants that we have. Alright. I'm going to try to get that second mission in today, but
The colony
I don't
is
know if we're
starving.
going to have enough
There's
time.
not enough food to feed the new brood.
Okay, get our normal defenders up there, because everyone's just sitting around doing nothing. There's an adult right there, and those guys are always so hard to deal with because of that spray that they have. You did it, Snooty Boys. Good job. Alright, so the rest of this mission is pretty much, there's no more growth. It's all pretty much just, all of this food is for reinforcements. So we're going to want to wait until all of these are kind of settled back in with eggs and they're ready to hatch. Because the next wave is going to be kind of hard, and that's why we wanted to make sure we had these guys. We need more food. Here. That should do it.
A mole cricket is burrowing into the nest. The ants must mount a defense quickly, or
there's
their
only
brood will be
one
forfeit.
cricket? Right, there we go. After we're done dealing with this cricket, or, you know,
The
truth
ants
be
will
told,
fight to the death.
the cricket's really not that much of a threat, because it is already dealt with. I'm going to go ahead and open up this next little section here.
There are intruders in the nest.
Oh, that adult. Now, I've played this a couple of times on this difficulty. I've learned the map and I've figured out how to show you how to beat this, but it's not easy. Sometimes your math is a little off and it's very easy for you to lose. I'm playing really conservatively and really defensively. That's the only reason that this is looking so easy. Alright. This is the final stretch. I'm going to take these guys over here, tell them don't fight, just gather food.
There are intruders in the nest.
And the reason is because we have 5 adults. Oh my goodness. Okay, 3 of them are coming down one way, the rest of them are going another. Alright, so let's deal with half of them that way, and the other half of them this way. And we're just gonna have people spawning all over, and you can see how quickly the food keeps dropping every time an ant falls. It's just another one takes its place. But we're running out of eggs soon. That's going to be a problem. Oh, there's like 2 more over here and 1 more over there, but I think the Snooty Boys got it. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, victory!
This Formica Fusca colony has now established itself as a rising power in the Undergrowth. Soon their territory will need to expand above ground, where new challenges await. For the time being, however, the Queen is safe.
Alright, there we go. And let's go ahead and pick up this extra jelly. That's going to get us a lot closer. What did we score this time? 26,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, now we are back and let's see. Oh,
exhibiting
okay.
interesting
There
new
we go.
behaviors. I believe the colony is beginning.
And we are so close to get our wood ant. But that'll have to wait till next time. I want to thank you so very much for watching us here at Snoots TV. I have been your host, Snoots. If you liked the video, go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can join our notification squad, and share the video with a friend. I want to thank everyone who's become a subscriber so far and everyone who's keeping up with this. I could not do this without you, and I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I have been Snoots. Have a great day.